In 2474, humanity's footprint had long been imprinted on the rust-colored sands of Mars. The Mars Endeavour mission, tasked with exploring the lesser-known southern canyons, was led by Captain Jonah Weaver, a veteran astronaut, and piloted by a diverse team of specialists. Among them was Dr. Lena Hart, a brilliant young biologist whose passion for extraterrestrial life had fueled many heated debates back on Earth. It was during a routine survey of the Marianas Chasm, a sprawling network of canyons known for its spectacular geological formations, that the team encountered something unprecedented. The rover, piloting ahead of the crew, relayed images of a peculiar shimmer caught in a fissure. It was Jonah who first laid eyes on the translucent object. It gleamed with an iridescent glow, a stark contrast to the dull iron oxide that painted the Martian landscape. The object was an egg, about the size of a football, with a semi-permeable shell that seemed to dance with colors when exposed to light. Lena, with her background in xenobiology, was quick to don her environmental suit and examine it. Preliminary scans indicated it was organic and, astonishingly, alive. Inside, a creature moved, its form blurry but distinctly animate. They named it Amity, a beacon of friendship from Earth to whatever life this might represent. The discovery sent ripples back to Earth. News channels broadcasted live feeds of Lena's cautious interactions with Amity, and soon the alien egg became a symbol of hope and curiosity across human colonies. However, this enthusiasm was not universal. When news reached the Interspecies Council, a collective of civilizations with whom humanity shared knowledge and resources, tensions escalated. Representatives from the Thracnid constellation, beings known for their strict ecological laws, warned of legends where similar beings had emerged in their worlds, only to become parasitic, consuming resources at alarming rates. These creatures, they claimed, were harbingers of ruin, capable of unbalancing entire planetary ecosystems. Despite the warnings, Lena observed that Amity's responses were remarkably gentle. It seemed to react to environmental stimuli, particularly warmth and human touch, with a kind of soft, pulsing glow that varied in intensity and hue. Intrigued by its potential intelligence and emotional perception, Lena advocated for further study. The crew was divided. Some shared the Council's fears, arguing that the risk was too great, that they might be harboring a catastrophe. Others, moved by a profound sense of wonder and driven by the human spirit of exploration, felt a duty to protect and understand this newfound life. As the debate raged on Earth and beyond, the Council issued a stern warning. Earth must destroy Amity or face severe consequences, including sanctions and isolation. Faced with an impossible choice, humanity stood at a crossroads between fear and the possibility of a groundbreaking biological discovery. Lena and her team, bound by their oath to science and a deep-seated compassion, made a decision that would alter the course of interstellar relations. They would save Amity, even if it meant defying the galaxy. The revelation of Amity's existence not only captivated the hearts and minds of people across the solar system, but also plunged humanity into one of its most profound ethical and political crises. As news broadcasts looped images of the glowing alien egg and Lena's tender interactions with it, Earth and its colonies buzzed with debates and discussions. This wasn't just a scientific anomaly. It was a test of humanity's values and vision for its future in the cosmos. Within the scientific community, factions formed almost immediately. A group led by Dr. Emil Schneider, a leading exobiologist, called for extreme caution. Citing the Thracnid warnings, they argued that the potential risk to ecosystems could be catastrophic, advocating for the controlled destruction of Amity under the watchful eyes of the Interspecies Council. On the other side, Lena and her allies, including renowned ethicist Dr. Miriam Quay, argued for preservation and study. They believed that with careful research, humanity could understand and mitigate any potential threats, possibly unlocking revolutionary biological insights. The public reaction was equally divided but intensely passionate. Virtual forums and social networks were aflame with arguments and speculation. Petitions both for and against Amity's destruction gathered millions of signatures. Save Amity rallies filled the streets of major cities on Earth, Mars, and even the more distant colonies like Europa. Meanwhile, the Interspecies Council observed with growing concern. Their final communication was stark. Earth had to comply with the consensus of the galaxy or face severe isolation. This ultimatum forced the United Earth government to convene an emergency session, aired live across all networks, where the fate of Amity would be decided. During the session, Lena presented her findings. Amity had begun to exhibit signs of complex behavior, reacting not only to physical stimuli, but also to emotional expressions of the humans around it. She proposed that Amity's species might possess empathic abilities, suggesting a form of consciousness previously unrecorded. Dr. Schneider countered fiercely, pointing out the historical precedents of invasive species on Earth itself, which had often resulted in ecological disaster. The debate reached a fever pitch until a sudden and secretive intervention changed the course of events. A covert group of scientists and civilians, led by a mysterious benefactor with deep pockets and a vision for a more progressive humanity, orchestrated the smuggling of Amity off Mars. Using a privately funded spacecraft, they transported the egg to Titan, a moon with an atmosphere too harsh for most known forms of life, but equipped with advanced research facilities hidden from the Council's surveillance. On Titan, Amity was placed in a specially constructed biosphere, designed to mimic the Martian environment, while allowing for controlled study and containment. This bold move was met with outrage by some and admiration by others. As the news broke, the narrative shifted from one of fear and destruction to one of rebellion and hope. The secret relocation sparked a broader conversation about autonomy, the ethics of interspecies interaction, and the role of humanity in a galaxy where they were not alone but often felt isolated. The chapter closed with humanity at a crossroads, having chosen a path of defiance and protection over destruction. This choice, while controversial, redefined human identity in the cosmos and set the stage for new alliances and new conflicts. As Amity continued to grow, so too did the implications of its existence for all of humanity. On the remote and icy moon of Titan, behind the shield of Saturn's massive rings, Amity found a new and unlikely sanctuary. The hidden research facility, constructed under the guise of a geological study base, was a marvel of human engineering. It was here, in an environment controlled yet alien, that Amity began to reveal the true extent of its abilities and the potential implications for humanity and beyond. Dr. Lena Hart, having joined the covert team on Titan, led the study of Amity. The team was a blend of biologists, xenopsychologists, and environmental engineers, all sworn to secrecy. As they worked, they discovered that Amity's presence had surprising effects on their artificial ecosystem. The air became richer in oxygen, water purification systems operated beyond their expected efficiency, and even the sterile Martian soil samples they had brought began to show signs of microbial life. Amity itself had grown, no longer just a simple egg, but a creature of floating membranes and soft, glowing tendrils. It moved with purpose and curiosity, exploring its confines and often pausing to interact with its human caretakers. Lena observed that Amity could communicate through a complex display of colors and vibrations, which they began to decode with the help of advanced AI algorithms. The more they learned, the more they realized Amity was not just another life form. It was a symbiotic architect, capable of enhancing life around it. This revelation was profound. If Amity's species could turn the barren wastes of Titan into a burgeoning ecosystem, what could it do for Earth or other worlds? Word of these findings eventually leaked, sparking a renewed debate across human territories. The scientific revelations were broadcasted on every channel, turning public opinion largely in favor of Amity's survival and integration. Even members of the Interspecies Council, intrigued by the reports of Amity's environmental benefits, began to visit Titan, witnessing firsthand the transformation led by Amity. In the political arena, this shift marked a significant change. The Earth government, seeing an opportunity to regain its standing and influence within the Council, formally recognized Amity as a sentient being with rights under human law, a first of its kind. This decision was not merely a legal formality. It was a statement of humanity's evolving ethos. As Amity grew, so did its habitat. The biosphere expanded, incorporating more of Titan's harsh landscape, transforming it piece by piece into a lush, alien garden. This project, once a secret, became a beacon of interstellar cooperation, with various alien representatives contributing their knowledge and technology to what was now known as the Amity Terraforming Initiative. Years passed, and what began as a covert operation to save one alien life had blossomed into a testament to the power of empathy and collaboration. Amity's influence reached far beyond Titan, inspiring a new generation of explorers and scientists dedicated to finding and nurturing life across the galaxy. The closing scene of our story finds an elderly Dr. Lena Hart, looking out over a green and vibrant Titan, reflecting on her journey. Beside her, Amity floats, pulsating gently in the sunset light, a silent yet profound presence. She thinks of the fears they had overcome and the futures they had forged. Humanity had not only saved an alien, but had also rediscovered its capacity for wonder and stewardship. In the cosmos, once filled with fear and suspicion, there was now a place of hope, a small garden thriving in the shadow of giants, a symbol of universal possibilities.